Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Zach, aka Keats39, here to break down another NBA slate. Really not a fun slate here today. Um, Mainly because I think that the Clippers are going to absolutely manhandle the Denver Nuggets, which hurts to say because that's my team. But I just don't see any way they stay competitive, especially today after their dudes have been playing, or mainly Murray and Jokic have been playing 42 minutes a night, only get one day's rest, and the Kawhi and the Clippers have had like 5 days or something. They've been off for a while, so they're all going to be really fresh. Which so that doesn't not really set up well for this series. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna get right into it. Should be a quick one. All right, first game you got Raptors Boston. This is probably where I'm gonna be targeting most of my guys. Let me just pull up the main slate. Um, yeah, so like this is like must win for Toronto. Um, I don't think they like. I think that actually I think they might. I think they win tonight probably, but I think that the Celtics are just such a better team. Like Kemba Walker was absolutely horrid last game, and they won the game. Like they're just so deep. Um, so looking today, like I love Kyle Lowry underpriced at 7.5. Like he should be. He's probably gonna be a staple for me in my cash lineups. Um, Van Vliet 7.7 underpriced. Siakam probably underpriced too. Like all three of those guys are going to see heavy minutes. Same with Serge Ibaka. Like I expect those four to play a lot. Um, Especially the two guards. Like those guys will definitely be 40 plus. I think Siakam's probably going to be there too. Has he been there this series? Yeah, 43 minutes last game. Like those three are going to get minutes. Um, so that and then the last two spots will go by who's hot. Like Serge Ibaka has been torturing everybody in the playoffs. He's been shooting so well. He'll probably be kind of tough to get in your lineups, but like I do like him a lot. I really like him in Showdown as he's for my opening builds. He's been my captain actually. It's really tough to captain the studs. It's like last game we had the value play of Robert Williams, who like I locked in main and Showdown. Don't Showdown. He's up to like 4K, so it's like he's not as big of a play, great of a play. Like honestly, I don't really see a lineup where I like even playing him. But like as it comes down closer to lock, I might end up with him. But um, and then like the first game you saw Brad Wanamaker play 28 minutes. Last game he was like 8. So I think with them up 2-0, I expect him to get a couple more minutes. So I do like him a little better. But um, so back to Toronto, like the three studs, I like all of them. They're gonna play 40 plus minutes, get heavy usage. Um, I do like Surge. OG, like he's a tough one to play. He was really good last game. Like I think he started the game like 4 or 5 from three, just wasn't missing. Um, what the heck? Um, yeah, but like I probably won't play him. I think he's a little overpriced. But like with that being said, he scored like I don't know why my computer's jacking up. He scored like over 20 in like 8 straight games or something. So like he is probably safe. He played like 36 minutes last game. Um, so I definitely like him, but he'll be tough for me to play. But like I do prefer like last game I made the dumb decision playing Grant over him. He's a better player than Grant. That was just a bad play by my part. Um, yeah. So Norman Powell, he's an interesting option. Like I could see them trying to get him minutes because like 13 minutes last game. I actually more of a shutdown play for me. Main, he just has to score. He's too dependent on that. But like they need him. Uh, I don't know. It's tough. Like I guess he has to play over OG, and OG was really good last game. So like if OG comes out struggling, he'll get more minutes. But yeah, that's why he's GPP only for sure. Um, Marcus Gasol I think is fine for cash still. Only 21 minutes last game, which I think is more realistic. Like the first game, he got more minutes because of the Siakam foul trouble. Um, but yeah, like he'll probably get you like that 16 to 20 range. Probably honestly would just mega punt over him, but he's definitely one of the safer options down there. And honestly, that's probably it for the Toronto side. I think for Showdown, Terrence Davis is in play. because he's like almost min and at least will get you minutes. Actually, honestly, this slate, I don't know if he will get minutes. Like they might just cut him out of the rotation and put Powell in and just keep one of the two studs guards at all times, which honestly I think is very, very realistic. So he's like a GPP showdown play. Yeah, that's it for that side. Like all those guys are pretty much underpriced though. Heading over to Boston. Tatum, he's always in play. Like I hate playing him at the price, but like he is so good. Like 30 a night is like not anything shocking anymore. Like every time he shoots, I feel like it's going in. And he's been getting it. He'll get close to 40 minutes. He's young, so they're fine with running his legs out. Kemba, I like him better on Showdown, 7.7. But I mean, I do like him. Like he's hitting 40. At last game, he was terrible shooting, but still almost got there. Yeah, like as long as he's getting these 38 to 40 minutes, it's like I love Kemba. He's gonna shoot. And he gets plenty of assists. Yeah, definitely like him. Jaylen Brown, probably my least favorite. It's tough because he's probably my least favorite of the three Boston studs, but he's probably like the most likely to make my main lineups just because small forward's pretty bad. It's like I don't think he has nowhere near the ceiling that the other two have, but I mean he's gonna shoot like last game didn't shoot much, which is weird. Like I expect closer to 18 shots on most games. Yeah, so definitely have interest there, especially for Maine. Honestly, he's really cheap on Showdown too, so I really like him there too. Marcus Smart, oh, that guy had me screaming last game. I hate playing Marcus Smart. Hate playing him. Especially if he's priced at 6.3, but like his minutes are high. Like last game he was so terrible through three quarters and comes out and hits 5 threes in like a span of 3 minutes and gets up the value. It had me so tilted. Guess he's in play. I don't want to play him. If he's not hitting 3, he's really not probably gonna get there. And like if he does get there, it's probably right at 5x. Doesn't really have the ceiling. Like Serge Ibaka is 100 times better for play. Daniel Tice, I have a lot of interest in for both main and Showdown. Like 30 minutes last game, that's what you want to see. It might have been because Robert Williams got banged up a little bit, but like he's really active when he's on the court. He couldn't shoot. He shot terribly last game, which is like his stat scoring is more realistic to me than this 13 and 15 and 2 before. But like he gets after the boards, blocks shots, gets steals, passes well for a big. Like definitely have interest, especially because he gives you that power forward eligibility, which on these slates, power forward's been really tough. So like him. Have interest in Robert Williams again, like 19 and 18 minutes, and he's been awesome when he's on the court. He's so active. Honestly, like this is like a type of big man that like a lot of teams need. He just freaking flies. Like he's young, so he has to learn the defense better. But love watching him play. Very talented. Like so happy that he's playing over Cantor. Cantor's tough to watch. Cantor's solid, but Brad Wanamaker, I think he's more in play this slate than last slate, especially for Showdown. Don't expect the 28 minutes he got the game before, but I think that the 18 is realistic. Like don't expect anything crazy, but like I think he should probably end up around double-digit DraftKings points. Semi Ojeleye is a Showdown play, like 10 and 23 minutes the first two. He's like 1.8K. He's kind of sucks at basketball, but if you're getting with a higher price, if you want more studs in your lineups, like you're gonna need one of these guys. Semi Ojeleye and Grant Williams are the two that I think you can play. Like Grant Williams, 8 minutes and 19 minutes. One game he put up 0 DK, one game put up 10. Yeah, so tough, but one of these guys are probably, I don't know. I actually think my favorite Showdown build had Tice at captain, which is really tough because like the Kembas and the Van Vliets and the Kyle Lowrys have like that Probably gonna one of them, at least one of them, definitely are gonna score 50 DK. Tice, you're like hoping like he could have a ceiling game like he did game one with 40, but like probably hoping for like 25 to 30, and then like get a really solid lineup. Like you can get like semi or not semi OG, and just get like a more balanced build. It'll be interesting to see what ends up on top. Over to the Denver Clippers game, or yeah, Denver Clippers. Um, really hate this game. Like, I just don't see a way that the Nuggets keep this one close. Like, Jokic is going to have a monster game again. I kind of see this as like a Denver's going to concede. They're going to be down big early, and then just going to like kind of like give them another day rest. Honestly, I think that's the best strategy here. Because these guys' legs are going to be so dead. Yeah, Kawhi, love Kawhi. Like, they have no one that can guard him. He's been incredible, just like he was last playoffs. He's probably going to drop 30 and 10. Just like, there's no value on the slate, really, so it's really tough. Like, unless it does blow out, then you can get some of these cheap, if one Pat Bev is expected back, he's going to be a very, very popular cheap guy. I wouldn't expect crazy minutes, but like if he gets you 20 minutes, like that's fine for Pat Bev. Paul George is another solid play. He doesn't have much of a ceiling to me with when he's on this team. Like they just have too many guys. Like playoff PG that we know is like triple doubles every night almost, or like at least threatening with a triple double. Like he just doesn't pass or rebound because they have so many other guys that do that. So, like, I mean, he gets, like, the one game, 35 real points, 42 DK. It's like, come on. It's tough to pay 8.2 for that, like, especially, like, you're taking you're taking Kemba, you're taking Van Vliet, you're taking Kyle Lowry, you're taking Siakam all over Paul George here. Lou Will, he has been a mess in the playoffs. It's like, you play him one game, he plays 17 minutes. Fade him next, 34 minutes. So he's like the ultimate GPP play. I think this is not a Lou Will series. Like, they have, I don't know, like Jamal Murray can cook, so like they don't want a bad defender, especially then the Nuggets are pretty big, so they're gonna want Zubac or Montrez out there, which is like a lot of times last series they're gonna, especially when Porzingis is out, they're going like when there's Kleber at the 5, they were fine with putting Marcus Morris at the 5 against him. So it's like, I don't know. It's really tough to play Lou Will here. Can always get the 50 DK, but I think it's not in the likely outcomes. Marcus Morris, I think he's really solid. I expect him more in the mid 30 minutes again. Was really good for a couple games. Got ejected last game. Got in trouble the game before. I don't like playing him above 5K. But like 30 is very in the outcomes. Zubac, I think he's a very solid play. Wouldn't expect anything crazy, but like the double last game, like 33 minutes. Like when you get 33 minutes of Zubac, you love that. Don't know if he gets there. Like Montrez is gonna be getting minutes soon. Like I expect it to be closer to 24-24 here very shortly. Honestly, I love Trez here tonight. Like I think this game does blow out, and the game that they blew out, Dallas, went for 38 DK. Obviously GPP only, but he is probably one of my top GPP plays on the slate. Reggie Jackson and Shamet take a hit with Pat Bev back, but I think they're both okay. Like, I don't really like Shamet here. Unless if Shamet starts, I like him a little bit, but don't expect him to. Reggie Jackson, I have more interest in because he'll at least play some backup point guard minutes. It's crazy that Reggie Jackson's getting so many more minutes than Lou Will. I think JaMychal Green is in play. Not a great play, but like especially showdowns. I'm going to check showdown pricing here in a second. But over to Denver. These guys are really expensive. It's really hard to play them. I think Michael Porter at 5.2 is very in play. But that's probably it. Like, I don't know. Very in play is a stretch. GPP, very in play. But, like, Cash, I want nothing to do with him because his biggest liability is defense, and he's going to have to guard Paul George, Marcus Morris, Kawhi Leonard. So there's a chance that he just does not get many minutes. Like, I could see him getting more minutes this slate because of the blowout, but like in competitive games, I really don't expect Porter out there. Even though like they really need a scoring, so it's going to be a tough decision for Milan. Millsap at 4.3 is in play. Like, I expect this first game maybe he'll get a couple extra minutes because they're going to need him on defense. Grant, I don't love. Like, he just doesn't do much when they're fully healthy. Getting a lot of minutes though, so he got to consider him. Torrey Craig, I could see having a bigger impact this series, as well as Gary Harris. Like, I expect these guys to both be really needed for defense. So I expect like mid-30s for minutes. And Torrey Craig was like, he's been pretty active the last few, like, shooting. He's been going after rebounds pretty hard, shooting the ball more than normal. So I think he's in play if you need a punt. Same with Gary Harris. Like, 26 minutes last game is really encouraging. Probably can expect him in the starting lineup over Monte Morris soon. Yeah, like Monte Morris don't love either. He's probably a little overpriced. Actually, 4.1, never mind. He's in play. Like, especially if this game blows out the Monte Morrises and the Mason Plumlees, like, I could see having a pretty big game. I'm pretty interested in Mason Plumlee. I don't think they can just keep running Jokic out 40 plus. Like, if you remember last year, Jokic was drained by the end of the last series. I just don't think you want to keep playing him these 42, 45 minutes, especially in game one. So yeah, definitely some interest in Plumlee. Dozier, if the game blows out, I guess is in play, but he's been DNPing. So yeah, don't like really many players from the Nuggets. Like, if I'm playing a Nugget, it's gonna be like Torrey Craig, Mason Plumlee. Those are really like the only Monte Morris maybe, but yeah, I'm more interested in guys that for GPP that if the game blows out. Just want to take a glance at the showdowns quick. Okay. So the cheap guys for here. Yeah, Pat Bev will be very popular at 3.2. JaMychal Green, I think, is very. JaMychal Green and Mason Plumlee both probably a little underpriced here. Yeah, so like this will probably be a slate that I captain Kawhi, and then honestly, is it possible to play all the other sides? Yeah, it's possible. Yeah, it's not a really fun showdown. You're probably going to punt a couple guys, but like, I don't honestly. There's a couple decent punts actually, so like I'll probably have a couple of GPPs there and take shots on the Plumlees and guys like that. So yeah, pretty tough slate today. I like the first game way more than I like the second game, especially the Raptors side of the ball. Yes, but I'd probably go a little lighter on this slate just because so many question marks in that second game. Wait to feel it out. But gonna probably go after GPPs pretty hard because of the same reason. So, yep, that's good luck, everyone. Get back in the money again today.